Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya, if you're new. And today is a fun day. We're going to do my completed pages. I'm going to show you my completed pages that I finished for August 2025. And I kind of had a rough August, even though I do have a lot of pages. Personally, I had a rough August, so I am praying for you and wishing you, if you had a rough August, that September will be better for us. And, that's life. Life has ups and downs. So anyway, let's be positive in this video and go into coloring and escape into coloring. So the first page that I have for you is in one of my favorite books recently, Année au Japon. It's a French coloring book that I got on Lyrica, and I will be doing a Lyrica haul next month because I did get some other books while I got this. But it's by Mikaneki, and I have a flip through of this on my channel, and I did start a couple of pages. Let's see, this is the page that I completed last month, but this month I finished this page, the Mikaneki. I think it's called Mikaneki. It's the lucky cat that is very popular in Japanese culture. And these look like plums to me. I don't know if that's what they are, but I colored them as plums. And I thought a yellow background, like a yellowy, orangey background would look good against the purple. And the leaves and the plums are based with watercolors. And then I went on top with pencils. This yellowy background, orangey yellowy background, is an acrylic marker. And I did also acrylic marker for the dark green. I think it's the colorful black, one of the colorful black dark colors there. And I also put a little metallic watercolor on top of one of the other green that I did here. So, and then I used gold, and I left the cat white and added a little bit of gray because it's usually a white cat. So yeah, I like how that came out. Of course, I did a gold border. But yeah, it's a fun one. I really love this book, and I have started also this page. So that's a work in progress. And I also started basing with water-based markers these flowers. So that is Année au Japon, and I have a flip through of this on my channel. Again, it's from Lyrica, and it's very easy to order from Lyrica if you're wondering. Okay, the next book is Underwater Worlds by Renata Krasik. And I do have a flip through of this on my channel when it came out. I think it's maybe 2 years old or at this point, but you can find it there. And I did this page this month. Here I was testing out some yellow, orangey, like metallic watercolors to see which one I wanted to use, but I based this entire page with watercolors. And then I went with pencil on top. I did use some gel pens to cover lines, and I used some metallic watercolors for that shimmery like dots and bubbles and stuff. And there's some jellyfish here. And then I also used Ohuhu glitter markers for the fish and some other like gel pens. So that was fun. I really like how these leaves turned out. And I did do pencil, like I said, pencil on top of the watercolor. Sometimes with watercolor, you have to do 2 layers. So you let it dry, and then you do your second layer if you need to add more color. So that is this page, and I love it. So I did start another page in here. This is one of my favorite books, so it's difficult for me to color because I'm like, oh, what color should I use? I kind of am more precious about it. So this is a work in progress that I started. Perfect for summer, right? Okay, the next book is Aventures Fantastiques. And this is also from Lyrica. And it's a very large book. The page that I did this month is this one. And it is the King and Queen page, I'm calling it. And then there's like the old lady with the apple. Kind of reminds you of Snow White. So I pretty much did most of this with watercolor. watercolor pencils on top. I did some metallic watercolors and metallic markers, some gel pens, and then I did add here some watercolor, and then on top some oil pastel just to add some darkness here. And yeah, and then I think I used my Artex pencils a little bit on her dress. No, not Artex. What was it? Woomer pencils on her dress. And the Woomer pencils are nice. They're nice for a budget. One of the good budget ones for sure. I do like them. So yeah, that's my page in here. I did use some granulating watercolors for the stained glass as well, and in here too. So yeah, Aventures Fantastiques. I love how that one came out. Very, very fun. It's a fun book because it's so big, it's fun to use like watercolors in here. So that is that one. Let me move these to the floor. Oops. Okay, the next book is Magical Dawn. And this was gifted to me by Randy, my wonderful viewer, Randy. And you guys, many of you saw the unboxing video of her Happy Mail. So this was part of her Happy Mail. Randy, thank you so much. This is the page that I did with these kind of fun flowers. I started it with Prismacolor pencils. And then the background is watercolors with some pencil on top. And then I used, I think, one of the Gansey Tambi iridescent, like opal colors for the bubbles. And then I covered the lines of the bubbles with a metallic jelly roll, the blue metallic jelly roll. And I added quite a bit of gold, as you could see. Of course, I always have to add gold. And yeah, I love how that one came out. And this paper is really nice for to add watercolor. So I also started this page. This is actually with India inks in the background, and he's such a cute little bird, so I thought that would be fun for my second page in here. So I'm really happy that I got that one in here. Magical Dawn, that was very fun. The next book is Under the Sea, Coloring for Mindfulness. And there is another version of this book that Connie gave me. I'm going to show it in a minute because I have a page in there as well. But this one I bought on eBay because I wanted another copy. And I thought this would be better for water-based markers. It's not like the Cat's book. I thought the paper would be the same as the Cat's book. It's not, so. But that's okay. I still like it, and I'm happy I got it. I did this page, which is the double page spread with blowfish, I think these are called. Or pufferfish, blowfish, I'm not sure. And they made them into like hot air balloons, which I think is very adorable. Whoops, let me get it in frame. And you know what? Hang on, let me turn on the light. Okay, yeah, I just turned on another light. So yeah, I put in the background, it's all acrylic inks. I think I tried some India inks. I'm not sure, but it's mostly acrylic inks in the background that I already have in my stash. And then watercolor with pencil on top for the leaves and the fish. So they're based with watercolor, pencil on top. The red corally kind of squigglies are actually 2 colors or 3 colors of acrylic markers. So that is kind of like what I used in here. And the fins are Prismacolor. But I did add a little pencil on top too, but it's based with watercolor. So yeah, I love how that page came out. That is Under the Sea, Coloring for Mindfulness. The next book, Fruits and Flowers by Flaming Garden. I do have a flip through of 3 of her books. These are new. And I did the oranges in Orange Blossom page. So I basically added some gray to the flowers. Okay, I'm back. I had to stop and I missed some lines with the white gel pen. So yeah, I covered the lines with white gel pens. Okay, so the background is, I think, acrylic inks. Yeah, a mixture of 2 acrylic inks. And the oranges are, the oranges and leaves, as you could see, are based with alcohol marker. You could see that I used a couple of colors for the orange. You see that? And then I did pencil on top of the leaves and the oranges. So, yeah. And then I used some gel pens for the flowers also. So yeah, I really like the colors here. I love oranges. And I think it goes really nicely with the white blossoms. So that is Fruits and Flowers, adult coloring book. And the illustrator, Flaming Garden, her name is actually Olga Lichkova. Go check out my flip through of this. The next book is Coloring Book Animals. I do have a flip through of this on my channel. It's in my children's coloring book haul. This is a children's coloring book. The illustrator is Camilla Garofano, and she is incredible. Oh, that's not, there we go. This is the page that I completed for this month, the tiger and the lizard. I don't know if this is a raccoon. I don't know what kind of animal it is, but this was a lot of fun. I based this entire thing with watercolors, and I did pencils on top. There is some gel pens to cover the lines, and I did use some metallic watercolor here on the lizard, if you could see. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I honestly really enjoy coloring in this book. It's easy, but it's beautiful. So easy can be beautiful if it's done the right way, you know, and she does it the right way. And yeah, the watercolor worked nicely. I didn't use too much water. I also used some metallic watercolor here on the leaves, if you could see that. It's a dual metallic like type of watercolor. But yeah, a bunch of you wrote to me and told me that you ended up buying this book because you really liked it. So I'm so excited for you. I think you're really going to enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So that is Coloring Book Animals. The next book, and was enabled, and I got other books because of her, by October Cat. She is my twin in terms of taste for books. It's crazy. And I've enabled her a couple of times too, she said. So go check out October Cat. She is amazing. I love, love, love her channel. So I did see this on her channel. The Biggest Story coloring book. And I did a flip through of this on my channel. So go check out my flip through. This is the first page I did in the book. It was a test page. See, I wrote that test page. And I was trying a couple different things. It did bleed through some of the stuff that I tried, like, yeah, I would say a lot of markers will bleed through here. So you have to be careful. Even some water-based markers bled through. So, but watercolors worked well. I did use watercolors here and they worked well. So I tried a bunch of different mediums on this page and it still came out really, really fun. So I love that. Love that one with the little lamb. And then you have, what else? I did this page from Genesis, and this illustrator is amazing. He actually, well, he didn't name it. I think the coloring book, the publishers named it. They named it Let's Make a Deal. I think this is Abraham. I'm pretty sure. The wonderful illustrator, let me see. Don Clark is the illustrator. And this is a children's coloring book of the Bible. So I talk about more of that in my flip through, but I love his style. It's very folk art. So this is Abraham. I did a neon background because I love neons, you guys know. And I covered the line with a neon pink gel pen and some other gel pens that were neon. And neon goes really nicely. I talk about it in my How I Choose Colors video. Neon goes really nicely with earthy and darker tones. So I made him darker tones and more earthy colors. It's a really nice contrast. So that is Abraham. I love that one. And what is the other one that I did this month? That's a whip. I love this book so much. Oh, this one. It is The Sin of the Golden Calf, I believe. And I did use watercolors in here. I don't know if you can tell, but I did add a little bit of neon yellow to the sky with pencil. And I covered the line with a neon yellow gel pen. So on top of the watercolor, and you could see that some of that yellow neon. And I also think I used pink neon in the sky. So yeah, that was a fun, like I said, I used watercolors, some gel pens, some acrylic markers, and pencils on top. That's mostly what I used here. So I hope I've been in frame. I'm sorry about that. That's the biggest story coloring book by Don Clark. Okay, the next book is African Glamour coloring book, and this is by Marjorie Sarnat. Oh, and there's another one, Sia Slater. It's a beautiful book. I got this last year on my birthday when I did a Creative Haven order from Dover, which it's a lot cheaper to get them on the Dover website, by the way. So I finally did my first page in here. I love this book. It's stunning. So you have this silhouette here with the African patterns and on her headdress and in the background. So I used some alcohol markers here. I used a lot of different mediums. As you can see, I used some alcohol marker. I did go on top of the black to make it a little bit darker because it wasn't that dark. I don't know if you could tell, but anyway. And I used watercolors in the background. And a lot of gold paint here. And I used some acrylic markers and gel pens as well. Glitter markers a lot as well. Where are they? They look like this. But you only want to use them on single-sided sheets because they bleed through. So yeah, that is my first page in African Glamour. I love how it turned out. Beautiful book. The next one is Wonders of the Sea, Color Your Way to Calm. This is the book that Connie sent me for Happy Meal. She destashed this book, and I love it. Thank you so much. I did not know that these were the same illustrators of the book that I have been coloring a ton, Cats, which is why she sent it to me, and she also told me that they were the same illustrator. I didn't know. So Wonders of the Sea, the book, the first page that I did last month was this one with papers, some collage papers that I had made a long time ago in jelly prints. This month I did this one, and I did use some jelly prints of mine in the fins. And the background is acrylic markers and metallic markers for the silver. And I used in his beard, I think it's like a beard for the fish, some watercolors and pencils on top. Oh, and then I used, I don't know if you can see, the iridescent oil pastels, the white. I used the white color for the iridescent, the Sennelier oil pastels. They're like metallic. My viewer, Danette, send them to me. And I used acrylic markers and acrylic paint pens for the fish. Here I used some pencils, I think Prismacolor on the fish, and then I gave him a gold crown, some gold paint there. So it's a mixed media, definitely page, and it was a lot of fun. Very, very easy and fun book. Wonders of the Sea by Claire Laude and Aurélie Castex, also known as Mademoiselle. So that is that one. And since we already have this out, the Cats book, Coloring for Mindfulness. I did a video recently showing my progress in here. And the page that I completed for August is this one, the bricks. You saw me working on it in a coloring update if you watch those videos. And I had a lot of fun doing it. There's a lot of water-based markers in here. A little bit of pencil here on the curtains and stuff. And then I took some oil pastels on top to add some darkness to make it look like more of like a building. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. So that's another page finished in Cats, Coloring for Mindfulness. So that is a book that I love, and the paper in there is amazing for water-based markers. The next book is Enchanted Kingdom coloring book. Now, you guys asked me what is the name of the illustrator. I apologize, and it is Angelina Del Sol. Angelina Del Sol. She also illustrated the larger books that I showed in my children's coloring book haul. So this is a children's coloring book. I got this a while ago. I did the Rapunzel page, maybe over a year ago. And I finally did another page in here. It's this one, the Strawberries page. Yeah. So I did the background. It's all watercolor pretty much. You could see that the page is a little bit warped, but that's okay. So it's watercolor and pencils on top, some Prismacolor, some gel pens and paint pens to cover the lines. And that's all it is there. So, and there's a couple of layers of the watercolor in the background. You could see I did a little bit of dots too. Made it like painterly. So very fun and easy page. Again, children's coloring books can be gems. I love this illustrator. And I have 3 more books by her. I'm going to show them in a minute. The next book is Coloring Cuties and Carnival by Emily Appleswitch. And I liked my other book, Coloring Carnival and Cuties, so much that I bought this one too. It's just from Amazon. And the page that I completed is this one. And I'm not precious about it. I just pick whatever random colors are on my bedside caddy. So there's a lot of alcohol marker in here. In here I use a glitter marker, a glitter water-based marker with pencils on top for the leaves, and gel pens for the outline of the leaves. They're kind of sparkly, if you could see that. And I added a little sparkly silver for the doves. And yeah, very easy, fun page, just basically alcohol marker and pencils on top, like you could see. So yeah, that is Coloring Cuties and Carnival by Emily Appleswitch. I just saw that I just colored their little feet because I saw that I missed that. But yeah, Emily Appleswitch, she's fantastic. I want like all of her books now. Okay, Creative Haven Daydreams by Angela Porter. This is another book that I got last year on my birthday from Dover, the website. I got a bunch of her books, so I'm finally kind of tackling them. This page that I did for this month is right here with a little lantern and the purple tree. I use mostly alcohol marker here, as you can see. So it's a lot of alcohol marker. Not all of it, but most of it. And pencils on top, gel pens. These are really fun, easy pages, so you can just go crazy with them and just, I'm not too like precious about them, you know what I mean? So they're just fun pages. And I got inspired to get these books because of Sherry Denowitz. She colors in Angela Porter a lot, and she does a beautiful job. Also Coloring with Kay. Coloring with Kay and Sherry were the ones that kind of inspired me to get her books. So that is Daydreams coloring book. I think actually Coloring with Kay also did this page not too long ago, and hers was beautiful. By Angela Porter. The next book is Coloring Book Unicorns, again by Camila Garfano. Again, I have a flip through of this book on my channel. And the page that I completed is this one. I showed it as a whip in my flip through video, but I finally finished it. I added some orange pencil on top there and some oil pastel, the iridescent Sennelier pastels. I think 2 different colors. You could see it's like metallic a little bit. And pencils, there's watercolor in here. The background is acrylic marker, and then I did some India ink on top. And pencil on top of the watercolor. And you could see that the paper takes watercolor really nicely. So yeah, that was just a fun, easy page, and I enjoyed it a lot. The next book is Tranquil Trees by Marcia Zatino. And I'm so excited. There is a book coming out this month by her. And so I pre-ordered it. So hopefully you will see it soon. But anyway, the page that I completed this month is this one. The tree lady tree. I showed this in my Neocolor 1 video because I used acrylic in the background, acrylic markers, And then I went on top with the Neocolor one to add kind of shading. And then these are the Woomer pencils. There's a lot of Woomer pencils in here, some water-based markers, and even some watercolors are in here. Didn't bleed through. The paper is not great, but it is good for pencil. Like the Artex pencils, the Woomer pencils will work nicely on this paper. So, so that is nice. Yeah. And so she has a little parrot on her shoulder. Very, very cute. And yeah, that's just a fun page. This is my second page in here because the first one I did is this one. And I love coloring trees. I got this book because I saw it on Dual Robots channel a long time ago. And yeah, I love like trees. So anything with trees, I love. Okay, the next book, Color Couture, illustrated by Maud Farrell-Chavot. This is a book, a very large book actually, that I got used on eBay. And it's a very weird and strange book, but you guys know that I love that. So I did this page this month, and I did India inks in the background, and then I used alcohol marker to base some parts. And I used collage papers, jelly prints that I had made also for some parts with the tracing paper. I have a video coming out coloring with paper, so I will be showing more about that. And I did a gold frame, and it's just a fun, I also based her skin, I think, with alcohol marker, a light blue, and also the hat. But I went on top of the alcohol marker with a metallic watercolor. So yeah, it was fun. This is a fun, easy book and very weird, but cool. Like, it's basically fashion, like, designs. So I started a bunch of stuff in here. And I drew my own circles, so. Anyway, yeah, Color Couture by Maud Farrell-Chavot. The next book, Fantasy Plants by Flaming Garden. Again, I showed this in my flip through, and I added a little bit more to the page since you saw it. I added gold paint flecks, like splatter. So I think that adds a lot. And I added a little bit more to the background since you saw it on the flip through. So that, it looks like a Sacred Heart plant, right? It's kind of fun. So that is my page in here, and this book is so much fun. I can't wait to color more in here for September. The next book is Secrets of the Forest, 20 Magical Posters to Pull Out in Color. I showed this in my children's coloring book haul, and I forgot to say that the illustrator is right here, Angelina Del Sol. So that is the same illustrator of the Enchanted Kingdom, the other book that I showed. The same illustrator as this book. Whoops. So the page that I did, and I showed it in my haul, is this one, but I finished it up. I added some more stuff. So I added a little shading to her and some splattering of gold and white paint for the stars. It's a kind of a large page to show. But yeah, and then I cut out clouds and added, there weren't any clouds in the illustration. I cut them out and added them from jelly prints that I had. And I thought it added a nice color to the palette. And her dress is also a painted paper of mine. Again, I'm going to show it on my coloring with paper video. Coming soon. That's Secrets of the Forest. And the last book is Happy Hoppy Easter, coloring book, also by Angelina Del Sol. This was also in that same video haul that I showed. And this is the page that I did with the basket with the eggs, the Easter eggs, and the flowers. So I finished the flowers. I think in the haul, these were not finished. And then I added stickles. My daughter actually helped me add the stickles. She was like, Mom, can I help you? My 6-year-old, and she really enjoyed adding the stickles to that. The basket and the eggs are all painted papers. So it's all collage papers. And you guys saw that I showed a little demo with the tracing paper. And then I added, and then this I think is, there's some, there's acrylic inks in here, acrylic inks and India inks. Some alcohol marker. It doesn't bleed through, so you can't tell, but I did use some alcohol marker and pencils on top. So yeah, it's such a large image, but that was a fun, really fun page to do. And that's my last page. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a long one. Have a wonderful coloring week and month, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.